Hey guys, good morning. I wanted to come on and do a little tutorial for you guys. I know that I usually do an Instagram one beforehand and then come on to YouTube if you guys are following both. But today I'm going to switch it around because on the Instagram one I'm going to have a different shade of hair. I'm going to be buying hair dye today for, it's going to be blue-black. So I'll still be doing this look in the way that it is, but I'm just letting you know the Instagram one's coming later because of my dyeing my hair and getting it cut and everything like that, so it's gonna look pretty different. But that's just because of the hair color that I'm gonna have. It's not because I'm changing the tutorial around on you guys. I'm not doing that. And I would never want to do that. So this picture is the one, actually, as far as tutorials went, I was asked to do a KathleenLights tutorial. So since I've been basing my tutorials off of photos, not actual videos, so that way I can use my own judgment on what I want to do. So this is the photo right here. I hope you guys can see that. And also I apologize if my light starts to go weird because literally it was storming outside last night and the clouds can't make up their minds. So that's the picture. I have the picture up on my laptop screen, which I have right here. I've got a buttload of brushes. I've already done my base, foundation, and I did my brows and concealer, so we're just gonna go right in. And also you're gonna see me using the Lash Paradise. I was able to get most of this off, so I may not be fully off of Lash Paradise, but I'm gonna go back to what I used to use in high school. It is a Maybelline. It's one of those like pink tubes with like a green cap that's not waterproof. But you will be seeing me use the Lash Paradise until I can grab that, which I should be able to grab today. So that's gonna be good. Alright, so let's get on in here. I'm gonna zoom you in. Ignore my hair because my hair and everything, because it is morning, so I'm a little so let's see. She starts off, what it looks like, she starts off in this palette first. This is the Wet n Wild Poster Child palette. I'll zoom you out a little bit just because you're not sure what you want to do there. So these are the shades that come in this. So it looks like what she started out with was putting this color right here like all over her lid. So I'm gonna go ahead and take... Isn't my phone notorious for going off even though I need it to go off? Okay. So, there you go. You're going to hear my phone go off every once in a while. But I'm going to go ahead and take this e.l.f. blending brush and I'm going to tap into that color. I'm going to go ahead and grab a mirror because this girl needs to be able to see what the heck she's doing. So I'm going to grab a little bit of... I'm going to grab this as a mirror. It's an e.l.f. product. So I'm going to tap lightly into that nice peachy shade, knocking off all the excess. And going in. I just feel like you guys can't see what I'm doing. So there we go. Hopefully that's better. If it's too close, I also apologize. So it looks like this is what she was doing. She was blending it in lightly, obviously. But I'm coating it a little bit more than that because I want to make sure that I get full coverage. Okay. I apologize if my camera does that to you again. It's just, I don't know how to stop it from doing that. other than to move as little as possible. Now, it looks like she then went in with the blue. So, there we go. Hopefully you'll see everything. So she went in with what looks like a blue. And I actually have two versions of this because she went blue and green. So I'll be working with these two colors here, as well as topping them with ColourPop Super Shock shadows that are also blue and green. So I'm going to take the same brush, and it looks like she went blue first, or actually no, she went blue here in her crease. So here, yeah, she went blue in her crease, and then okay, so we can do this. We got this. I'm looking at it like we've got this. So I want to use a packing brush as well as a little, okay, so here is a ColourPop fluff brush. Just going to clean it off of any residue. And what I'm going to do is apply that blue shade, which is this one right here. I'm going to apply that as much of a smoky element as I can. So I'm going to take a ColourPop fluff brush, dip lightly into that blue shade, and want to pat it down and go into the crease. Alright, so we're going in the crease right now. Okay, so we've got that. Now I want to use almost a pencil brush, or in this case I'm going to use, well, not that. I'm going to use a contour brush by e.l.f. and that's what I'm going to go in with. So I'm going to go back into that shadow, really focus it in that corner. Okay. Alright, so we've got that. And we're going to go into those ColourPop shadows of blue. I just want to get both these eyes done before I attempt those. Alright. Okay, a little bit more on that eye. Alright, so you see how we're going so far. I'll bring you in a little closer here. So that's how we're doing so far. Now, she also looks like she dives into this darker blue as well, so I'm going to go ahead and add that into the crease as well. Same brush, and apply that in our crease. Okay. Sorry, I have horrible posture, I know. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to take a packing brush and I'm going to use this one first. This is the blue. That is a Super Shock shadow from ColourPop. It's called Coconut. Right here, it looks really, really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with that same brush I know I said packing brush earlier, but it works that way too. Okay. Okay, so it does get a little more intense, right? Okay. Alright, so that is the crease. And now I will close that shadow up. The next shade that we're going to go into is green. So, yeah, it's green. So we're going to go in with this bad boy. So let me grab another fluff brush here. This is another ColourPop fluff brush. And we're going to go ahead and go in on the green to fill in that space of lid. Okay. So she's got quite a pigment on her eye of green. And you can sort of see it with this Wet n Wild shadow. Actually, I'm going to take a packer brush. So this one is the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. I'm going to go back into that shadow and just really pack it on as best I can. Sorry if the lighting goes bad on us. So I'm going to go ahead and take my finger and cover it a little bit in that green and pack it on. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. And now I'm going to pull out a Super Shock shadow from ColourPop. This is also a shade of green. Looks like this. So I'm going to go ahead and take the same finger and swirl around in that shadow. So now there's coverage. Okay. So there's a little bit going on there. I'm going to grab a little bit more. Okay. So I will go ahead and put the lid back on that. Now, for her brow bone, I think she uses a highlight, but I need to use a little bit of purple in her crease, just a little bit. So I'm going to go with this shade here. Let's go ahead and grab a pencil brush. This is Paddle Pusher from Wet n Wild, if you didn't know. So I'm going to apply a little bit of that purple into the crease here. Okay, a little more. Okay, so there's that. Got a little bit of purple going on. Okay. Alright, so that's what the eyes look like. I'm going to go ahead and use a dark shade in this palette. And it's this one right here. I'm going to use it as a liner for my eye, for underneath. So it's an e.l.f. eyeliner brush. And we're just going to lighten up, get a good line in there. Okay, so now I'm going to go in underneath. Okay, so that's what that eye looks like. And go back up. Okay, so there's liner on that top. Alright, so we now have a sense of eyeliner going on, which I'm super happy about. And I think we are, except for a little bit of blue fallout, we're good to go there. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara right now. Actually, wait, no, I'm going to add some highlight here. Because I'm like, something's screaming at me. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. highlighter here. This is a baked highlighter in the shade pink, or sorry, in the shade Moonlight Pearls. So I'm going to take a little brush here. If I can find the little fan guy that I brought out. Here he is. So there's a little way of doing this. So I'm going to take, this is the e.l.f. mascara fan brush. Well, we're going to use it as a highlighting brush today for my brow bone. Okay. So now that sort of highlighted the brow bone. I'm going to go back in and do the same thing on these lashes as well. Or not lashes, but brow bones. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara. So I'm going in with the Lash Paradise Waterproof. Okay. So here we go. Okay, back in. Okay. Alright, so that's the eyes. So I will pull you guys back so that you can see that. We're going to go ahead and put some blush on, so here we go. Now her blush, let me reference the photo again. Now her blush, I mean, she almost goes in with this kind of a shade first. It's a Super Shock Cheek by ColourPop, and it's in the shade like this. She has it very light on her face. So I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my e.l.f. blush brushes, and this is in the shade Drop of a Hat. So I'm gonna take my blush brush, just really pat that onto the brush because it is a delicate formula. Okay. Okay, good. I was making sure this was translating on camera because, yeah, there we go. I want it to be almost exact. Okay, so that's kind of where hers is. So I'm just taking little bits of product at a time. Okay. A little bit more. Alright, so those are done. Now off to the highlight. We're going to go ahead and go back into that Moonlit Pearls and take an e.l.f. highlighting brush, and we're just going to coat the brush and go above it. Okay. Okay, and then everybody likes to do the nose. Alright, so there's that. Now, I don't have the same lip color that she does in this photo, but I'm going to go ahead and use one of my favorites. It is a ColourPop liquid lipstick, and it's in the shade Molly. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this right now. Get that out of there. You can always use a thin layer. Okay, so this looks pretty much like what she did. So I'm going to go ahead and spritz with some finishing spray, and I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Natural Finish setting spray. So here we go. Okay, gonna let my hair down. And here she is. Alright, so I think the eyes worked out really well. The cheeks look fairly good. I'm just loving on the lipstick, so I think that we can call this a success. Alright, so this was my attempt at doing a KathleenLights, you know, tutorial, if you will. And I'm really happy. I like how it turned out. I really do. I need to remember this for later references. But yeah, no, it's a really, really pretty look, and I'm very happy that I managed to do it. If you guys have any comments or questions, please send them into the comment section below, and I'll have all my information in the description box so you can contact me through social media. Thank you guys so much. For those of you who are returning, thank you. And for those of you who have just come into my channel and discovered it, that is amazing. Thank you so much. And I want to give a shout out to Max Look. Very, very talented guy. And, you know, he subscribed to me last night, and I almost cried because of how, I mean, he's amazing, and I'm just like, how could a person who is that amazing at makeup want to look at what I can do? It was really cool, and he's a great guy. I watched a lot of his videos last night. Like, I was just blown away one after the other. So I would definitely say to check him out. I will put his link down in the description box below. And I do have to leave because my camera's like, you've exceeded your amount of time. So I will see you guys later, and I love you. Stay safe, obviously. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.